But in terms of like a keep or anything, the highest point I think will be here and making a multi-story tower that rises um, up and is even more impressive because we approach it from the water. And then this is going to be kind of a critical transition room because it will have our stairs coming up from the basement. So all the stuff below will tie into the rest of the house right here and may likely be an open space. I don't necessarily think I have an assigned function for this room yet, except that it will allow that stairs to come up and will kind of be a pass through. This section I plan on leaving open as a courtyard or atrium or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be open to the sky. And while I think that this will be an ambitious early building process or project, um, I would like to do like an outdoor portico that would just come from, again, this largely open transitional room. You could walk out some doors here, be on a nice covered open thing that would stay up at this height, right? And we may have to trim these trees or rework that a little bit, but you could look out over the fields out to the ocean beyond and have a nice view. And I don't want to push the house too far, so if you think of it in loosely six or nines, even though these are elongated, this ninth would be tinily utilized, right? We're just gonna go with a little pathway here, which ultimately is going to reconnect to a mirrored extended arm that would match this one up against the mountain here. Should have plenty of space for it, and these two together. And in fact, depending on our ambitions, how we're feeling, all that, it could even go a double one over. I don't want to minimize the enclosed landscaped kind of courtyard space inside because I think our cherry trees and the mountain beyond are such a highlight of this area that tying them into it would be and wasting that view would be certainly a tragedy. And from this side, as this tower ascends, right, and it's going to have, it may well be our starting point that has our enchanting up above. Um, or we may move the enchanting. We may start the enchanting in one place and then move it. It always feels right to have enchanting up in a tower, I think. Uh, but we could have these wings be kind of functional bedrooms, maybe some guest quarters, that kind of stuff. Generally speaking, your ground floor is going to be for entertaining and impressing. A banqueting hall on one side or whatever, and other stuff on the other. I'm really not thinking too old school. I wouldn't mind this being somewhat modern-ish, modern light, if you will. And as I mentioned before, I think with not exhausted everything materials here, what we may start with is a kind of an, and this is all exterior stuff. So, and I'm thinking this through for myself. You guys gotta let me know if I'm making any sense. So, on this outer layer, this inner part of the outer layer, right? I'm thinking a lot of cherry wood in here, and probably down low. As much as I hate to say it, it may be stone and stone brick, which means cooking it, of course. But I don't really want to go deep slate cobble on the outside of this building. We're going to use the lighter of the natural stone and that same matched color, which also ties into our fences around at our various farms for the kind of construction layer you know, where you could see through that. Yeah, there's foundations and stuff, especially holding up this heavy tower part. So stone, where visible and where we use that as a contrast, it's going to be stone brick or regular stone, and then the cherry wood atop or intermixed with that as we transition up and up on this upper layer. It will be kind of our main building element, and then I think we're going to use dark oak as a trim or kind of falling back into that Tudor style. Oh, I forgot. I don't even have to worry about you guys. I can just pluck you off from afar. Oh, look at him go. But this guy's still, he's only got eyes for me. Ooh. Haha. Alright. I don't think they'll attack me. Well, you know what? Let's get the stairs. Alright, next phase is to dig out that next room and get our stairs up, which is a little dangerous, but now that it's starting to kind of come together, I think we got this. Man, I had ham with the eggs, maybe the biscuits. I don't know what got me so thirsty today. It's a good thing. Keep drinking water, but what the heck? So, I still have those stairs. I used all the stairs, didn't I? Internal. We could kind of cut our